If you are not yet a subscriber to the Audrain Museum Network, you need to be, and do it now. This is a Cadillac. This is a Cadillac CT5. This is a Cadillac CT5-V. This is a Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing. This is a Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing Anniversary. One of 21 manufactured to celebrate 20 years of the Cadillac Blackwing. Now, Cadillac and performance were something that were not very well associated for a very long time, even though, of course, Cadillac and racing goes way back. And of course, probably one of the most famous things is the fact when Briggs Cunningham first brought Cadillac to Le Mans. Well, of course, Cadillac went back to Le Mans. Cadillac is back at Le Mans again. Cadillac is in the forefront of racing among American manufacturers. And at a time when General Motors is certainly committed to the electrification of its products, especially the Cadillac line, it is so wonderful to see that not only have they continued to manufacture this car, this ultra high performance internal combustion engined car, but the fact that they've celebrated and continued its production into next year, 2025. And as you will hear, this is a car that is very close to my heart because I'm a sedan guy. And I love sedans that can give you a great entertaining driving experience and a comfortable one. In my, of course, now infamous, would I drive across the country measurement, this is a car that I would gladly drive across the country and back. It's got plenty of room, it's a comfortable interior, and I also happen to like the way it looks. General Motors has done a great job with the design, the styling of Cadillacs for 2 decades now, and they have a very unique look. You can tell that this is a Cadillac. You can't confuse it with any other car, and yet it still is something which is very contemporary, but not at all sort of trendy or tricky. And the fact that they combine these great mechanicals with a really attractive exterior, and I think in a really handy size as well, makes it a really great alternative to some of those European sports sedans that you might consider. And most important, I hope that it makes a real case within and without General Motors for the continuation of the internal combustion sports sedan. To drive quickly is an enjoyable enough pursuit. To drive comfortably, an enjoyable enough pursuit. That magical beast, the sports sedan, and the subset, the subspecies as it were, the luxury sports sedan, is something that delivers both of those experiences in a very special and, one might say, unique way. People who know me, and hopefully by now you watching this channel know me, know that I am GT guy, I'm coupe guy, I'm sedan guy. I'm not the one that wants to have the ultimate end experience thrashing around in a super fast track day car with seats that have no upholstery on it that punch your kidneys, and or an open top roadster where you get the wind whipping through your scalp and bugs in your teeth and eyelashes in your ear. I prefer to have my driving pleasure enhanced with a bit of comfort. And some of the vehicles that provide this wonderful mixture are, to me, quite legendary. although there are certainly cars from the 1920s and 30s that could fulfill this brief, the first that really comes to my mind in consciousness is the first series Maserati Quattroporte in 1963. This amazing, comfortable, almost upright four-door sedan powered by a magnificent Maserati V8 engine, capable of carrying 4 passengers well over 125 miles per hour, was to me an amazing thing. I remember that there was a road test in Car and Driver magazine, and they called it a Learjet for the road. Since then, there have been many. And probably one of my favorites, again, those of you who are regulars here on the Audrain Museum Network, and welcome to those who are new to the Audrain Museum Network, you can watch a video of me driving a 1988 BMW M5, which is one of the absolute stars of this category. A car that can be incredibly entertaining on every twisty, curvy road, and an incredibly comfortable companion on a nice, long, quick journey. There's a whole category of cars starting in the 1930s that were called continent crossers. And they were usually the cars chosen by wealthy and successful businessmen to get them from one city to a business meeting in another as quickly and as unruffled as possible. It'd be great if you had a really fast car, but you didn't want to arrive at your meeting covered in oil and sweaty. You know, you wanted to arrive relaxed, reposed, ready for business. And a continent crosser would be a car that you could get into and drive for hours at a time, well over 100 miles per hour, and still be safe and comfortable and controlled. Cars like the Bentley Continental. And a sports sedan like this Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing, to me, is a perfect contemporary continent crosser. This car is designed, frankly, to be a sedan track day car. It's got all sorts of readouts and controls and features to allow you to not only tune the car to various track conditions and track configurations, but also to monitor what it is that you do in all those situations. Speaking of monitoring, one of the things that makes a driving video that you like to watch successful is the fact that, and few people know this, that the driver, me, has to stay as close to the camera car, those folks, as possible to get those great shots, great tight shots of the car on the road, the presence. And in a modern car like this, and like my Alfa Romeo or my Ferrari, it helpfully reminds you that you are too close to the car in front of you and you should think about using the brakes. Except for the fact that I know when I want to use the brakes, and it wasn't just then, just getting next to the camera car. But that's another story. Anything that keeps me safe, we like. But cars like this that can deliver their power in a way to make them incredibly responsive on the track, entertaining on the track, and capable on the track, but still have that on the street go, is remarkable. I love it. And the almost endless variety and variation in modes that are available in this car are also something which is astonishing. You could spend an entire day just going through the various modes and selecting them. There are, of course, even the My mode. I have to actually get the actual name of that. It's not the My mode. But you can customize all of the aspects of the car's performance. The steering input, the shifting input, the suspension, to match your particular taste and style. So you become a race engineer, setting the car up exactly as you want it to perform. That's actually something which might be useful for someone who's got a regular commute as well, never mind a track day. Something that takes into account the quality of the roads that they have. I've got a good friend who lives out in California, and he's fortunate enough to live just off the Laurellis Grade in Carmel, California. The Laurellis Grade is a spectacular, twisty mountain road that goes from one side of the Carmel Valley to the other, to Monterey. And he chooses his cars based on how they actually handle the Laurellis Grade. And that's not surprising because that's his daily commute. When he leaves his house to go grocery shopping, do anything, he's got to drive up and down the Laurellis Grade. And so he's had cars that he's bought that he thought, wow, this is a really neat car, but they didn't pass the Laurellis Grade daily driving test, and so he quickly got rid of them. So I think that with a car like this CT5-V Blackwing, you can actually tune the car to match exactly the specifications. The Laurellis Grade actually would be a great place to drive a car like this because it's got a lot of torque to match the horsepower. And that, to me, of course, is what you always want and need, is that variety of power delivery. When a sedan with actual space for 4 adults and quiet comfort and a very firm and supportive but not overly aggressive seat can deliver the kind of driving experience that this car can, I'll take that every day of the week. It's sensational. And it also says a lot for General Motors. Obviously, General Motors is committed as a company to an electric future, and certainly they have said that Cadillac is committed to an electric future. And while they've been introducing the latest electric models, they've also continued and committed to cars like the Blackwing. And I'd like to think that it means that General Motors has an idea that there is a space for the internal combustion engine in the product mix alongside electric and hybrid, because a car that is this capable, yes, the numbers, the pure numbers you put down, 0 to 60, all of that you can get with an electric vehicle, but it's not ever going to deliver the experience in the way that this does. And I hope that while Cadillac is committed to a V future for their electric models, that the story is that perhaps the Blackwing might continue as an internal combustion line extension, which I, for one, would welcome, as I'm sure many people would welcome. It's a very funny thing. My everyday driver is an Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Sport. And so performance sedans are, as I said, very much in my DNA. And when you can have what for me is the best of all worlds, I think it is absolutely a no-brainer that you would pick it. The flexibility and adaptability designed into this car is extraordinary. I think it's a good-looking car. This color is absolutely stunning. The interior is very well made to a high quality. It's interesting in terms of the market, the way this sits between the M3 and the M5 BMW, because it's more M3 sized, but it's got a big V8, which lets it make M5 power. And I think that, you know, for a sedan, I don't need more than this. Magnetic ride is absolutely amazing, as I've experienced on the Alfa and the Ferrari. This is years and years and years ago. Cadillac had a slogan: best of all, it's a Cadillac. And with Cadillac committed and back into racing, and hopefully, who knows, even someday in Formula One, with or without Michael Andretti, but this is a car which can set a standard of the world, if I can use another Cadillac marketing line. Well done.